Hey guys, QuinntonTV here, and welcome to a brand new video where today I thought we'd do a little bit of something different today. Basically, this is going to be a response to an earlier video I made, which was about, 2 or 3 weeks ago now, which I honestly apologize for. I didn't really mean to go that long without uploading, because I was planning on making this video for at least like 5 days to like a week. I've been planning to make this. I did want to have a little bit of a break while I had some assessments to do for uni, and I still have some assessments to do, but that's going to be after I've made this video. Yeah, I wanted to make this as a sort of response to my last video. Well, I say my last video, I believe there would have been a video going up just before this one, not on the same day. I think it would have been about a day or two ago as you guys are seeing this, but yeah, I just wanted to talk about some of the comments I got on that video, because I found a lot of them were rather interesting and not what I expected at all. So basically, I made the video talking about the fact that Modern Warfare 2 may be getting a $70+ DLC, and I talked about that, and I basically said in the video that I kind of like questioned if it's really a DLC. Why are we paying $70 for it? That was kind of the point I was trying to get across. Like, is it really worth $70? And people in the comments, well, it was a mix. There was a good few people agreeing with my takes and stuff like that, and then we had a good few morons in the comments who just seem like some of the most spoiled pieces of shit I have ever seen in my entire life. They probably grew up with, like, you know, a silver spoon in their mouth, and they just were like, oh yeah, no, $70, that's nothing. I get paid that an hour or some gay shit like that. Like, obviously, I don't know anyone really that's on $70+ an hour unless they're in some fucking, like, really good work. Yeah, it's just, I went through these comments and I was just, like, sighing to myself, because honestly, some of these comments were just absolutely ridiculous, and one of them even deflated his own point in the comment, which I find quite hilarious. So we're going to take a look at the first one right here, which I'm just getting up, and it's from this guy called Romeo. People get upset over selling $70. Do people not have jobs? Now, yes, I believe that most people over the age of 18 are probably buying Call of Duty for themselves. Like, yeah, you'll get it for Christmas presents, whatever, but for the last, 4 or 5 years, since 2017, I've bought the game myself with my own money, from birthday money, from work, from stuff like that over the last 2 years with Vanguard and Modern Warfare 2. I actually bought the games with money I had earned over my course of working throughout the summer. And yeah, the point is, it's not the fact that it's people getting upset over $70 because they have no job. It's because $70 that probably doesn't really need to be spent. Like, think about it. If it's a $70+ DLC that's basically Modern Warfare 2, a game we have probably been playing for about a month at this point, is there really a point of paying $70 for it again? Then again, if there's loads of new content and it's kind of like a bit of an overhaul of the game, then yeah, you could probably argue that $70 could be a, you know, reasonable price, because it's practically a new game at that point with a new campaign, a new co-op, etc, etc. And that's obviously all riding on the point that that is what happens. We might just get the same shit. We might just get the campaign again with, like, I don't know, 5 or 6 extra missions, and then get 5 or 6 extra multiplayer maps and 1 new co-op mission. If that's the case, then it's not really worth $70, if I'm being honest with you. And the fact that he has the audacity to say, do people not have jobs? Yes, people do have jobs, and if they're like me, they've been paying for it with the money they got from said job, then yes, they do have a job. It's just, is it really worth paying $70 for something that, knowing Activision, is probably going to be quite underwhelming? Like, even Modern Warfare 2, everyone seemed to love Modern Warfare 2 when it came out. Well, it was broken, but everyone still loved it. It's like, if this comes out and it's equally as broken, or in fact more, which we don't know how long this DLC has been worked on, to be honest with you, it could have only been worked on for the last like year or so. And since it's being developed by Sledgehammer Games, who released a game only last year, it's pretty safe to say that this game has only been in development for about a year, which, I don't know, is it really enough content? Because they'll have to add in all the content from Modern Warfare 2 that comes out towards the end of its lifespan. Because could you imagine they add in new weapons into the game, and then when the DLC comes out, it's just like, oh yeah, you know those weapons you had? Yeah, they're gone now. Like, that would be an absolute piss take. Yeah, this guy, it just seems so entitled, to be honest with you. He's like, oh yeah, do people not have jobs? Like, yes, we do, but we're all debating if the game comes out and it's basically just a $70 expansion with little to nothing else added to the game, is it really worth paying $70? And that's what people are complaining about, not the fact that they haven't got a job so they can't afford $70. It's just $70 for something we already have. So that's the first comment. So this one is from Mr. Dan P here. I'm not going to bother blurring out these retards' names, because honestly, if you put delusional shit on the internet like this, you kind of deserve it. And what's worrying is the fact he's got 2 likes already. But basically he says, I've been watching all these reviews and that's my same thought. Get your money up, bro. 70 is more than it's worth, but it's not so much that I can't eat for a week. There you go, you just completely deflated your own point. $70 is more than it's worth. Fucking-exactly. That is the point we're trying to make. Is it really worth $70? But honestly, I just find it hilarious how this guy is completely lacking all forms of self-awareness, that he's just absolutely deflated his own points. Yeah, that's kind of like it for that one. All I really wanted to point out is that this guy's such a fucking retard that he literally destroys his own argument within like a few words, and he's just like, bro, 70 is more than it's worth. Exactly, that's the point we've all been trying to say. Is it really worth it for a $70 DLC for a game we've been playing for a year at that point? And is it really going to be all that different? Like, yeah, that's kind of the point. We don't want it to be too different, but will it have more content? Like, if we're paying $70 for a DLC to Modern Warfare 2, I'm pretty sure everyone can agree with me here that it better have double the amount of content that the game had at launch. So say it's got all the launch stuff, it's got all the like the DLC stuff, like all the new maps, all the new guns, all the new operators, etc, etc, but it also better have like say 51 extra weapons, you know, that sort of content. Like, obviously it's probably not going to be that, but you know, you'd be expecting some sort of similar amount of new content to be added than what was added in Modern Warfare 2. So like, kind of like that, adding all the DLC stuff, and then maybe like adding in all the same amount of content, but obviously new stuff on top of that we've already got. That's kind of what I'm expecting here. But yeah, basically everyone who's been like saying this shit in the comments is just an absolute fucking retard, to be honest. Like, they're completely fucking blind to the senses of reality, and honestly, it's just fucking annoying that people actually think like this, to be honest with you. But yeah, we're going back to our main man, Romeo, here. He says, don't play the new COD if you don't have $70 to spare a year. Which, yes, that is kind of a good point. If you had $70 spent on COD that you couldn't really afford, it's probably best you put that $70 towards something else. Like, I don't know, keeping the heating on, especially with this, you know, cost of living crisis we're in. But we had our boy here coming in and basically giving this guy a fucking reality check. He says, I have well over $70 to spare in a day. So this guy obviously has a pretty good job. This is because I don't make stupid purchases like $70 for a half-made remake of the game, and I'm also not a drone that supports companies with bad consumer practices. But hey, don't let my opinion sway your great discussion making. Good job. Basically, this guy has just been saying exactly my point. Like, why should we pay $70 for a half-made remake of a game that's probably only been developed for about a year, and when it will come out, it'll be about 2 years, which is kind of like think about every COD game in the last few years comes out broken and like unfinished, let's be honest here. So why are we paying $70 for that, which we could make that excuse at that point every single year? Like, why are we paying $70 for a broken ass version of Call of Duty? But it makes even more sense this year because we are paying $70 for a half-assed remake or revamp of a game. Like, why the hell would we do that? And obviously he talks about a drone that supports companies, and that's where I get the title for this video from. I've obviously called it like Activision shills, and this is kind of like the vibe these people are giving off to me, to be honest with you. Like, these people will just suck Activision's dick no matter what they do. They give us a $70 DLC, they go and buy it. Without any single question, no question on the monetization practices, etc, etc. They just go out, oh, $70 is completely fine to charge for an Activision title. I'm gonna pay it anyway. You know, that sort of idea. It's honestly just fucking ridiculous that people actually think like this nowadays. Like, oh my god, especially with the cost of living crisis, which I have already talked about in this video, but especially since that, like, why are people, like, not wanting to save money? Were they just genuinely born with this massive fucking silver spoon in their mouth that they get absolutely everything they want all the time, and it doesn't matter how much it fucking costs? Like, honestly, these people need to just be fucking humbled. Like, I don't know what else I can really say here. Like, these people are just so fucking retarded that they spew this shit everywhere and have no idea that real people have some common sense and will say, oh yeah, we're not going to pay $70 for a game that we've got a year ago with very little content added to it. That's kind of like the point I'm going for with this. Like, I will buy the game if there's enough content. Like, either or, I'm probably just going to still play Modern Warfare 2. Like, I'm assuming it's just going to be like a DLC and not like a physical release or whatever. But either way, it's like 70 quid for a DLC. I don't know. Like, make it 40. Not 70 quid, $70, make it like $40, $30, that would make a lot more sense. Like, you could probably make a lot more money that way, Activision, you know, directly talking to you. If you just charge like 30, more people will buy it in that, because people are, oh, I'm not getting a Call of Duty game this year, this DLC is cheaper than a normal Call of Duty game, so I may as well just buy that. So, pretty much it for the video. I don't know what else to say. These people are just fucking brain dead, and they have killed my ability to even think reasonably, because some people actually like this obviously are out there, and they just, you know, spew bullshit on the internet, saying like, oh, how can you not afford $70 a year? Are you just poor? It kind of reminds me of a certain someone, to be honest with you. But anyway, that's going to be it for today's video here. If you did enjoy, please do like and subscribe. Make sure you turn on post notifications and so you never miss a single video, or alternatively, you can join the Discord server as a link down below. But anyway, hopefully there should be some new videos coming out very soon. Obviously, I basically take Monday as a day off, so there will probably be no videos Monday or Tuesday unless I record another video of Modern Warfare 2, which I might put out on Monday, because I believe this is going out on Sunday. But yeah, we're going to have to wait and see what happens to it, to be honest with you. But anyway, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you all later.